there's a very important announcement, but I can't tell you what it is. Seriously, I promised I wouldn't. But take it from me, it's an announcement about place and space and how we achieve greatness for our communities and their important and often historic cultural landscapes. What makes a designed landscape great? Perhaps it's the interplay between nature and man, buildings and landscape, form, and the interplay of shadow and textures, color and contrast, the reflection of trees and clouds in Mirror Lake. Delaware Park has very deep roots in our community. It was designed by noted landscape architect Frederick Olmstead of Central Park fame. And Delaware Park is the anchor of our citywide park and parkway system. It's the nation's first park system. The site for Delaware Park is located on a gently sloping farmland, which was bisected by this meandering Skajackwada Creek. And the site provided an existing rural landscape that easily achieved the pastoral that Olmstead really regarded in the highest degree. He dammed the creek and created a lake. He called it the Gala Water, now known as Hoyt Lake. And in the southern portion, that was in the southern portion of the site. And he worked with the rolling sort of meadows and punctuated by groves of mature trees on the west or the northern side of the site to form the park in the image of the English pastoral landscapes that he admired so much when he was in England. Olmstead wanted his visitors to be immersed in the landscape, escaping from the stresses of modern life. The park is truly a masterpiece of 19th century landscape design, and it remains largely intact today. It's actually listed on the national, state, and local registers of significant historic places. The Olmstead Parks and Parkways are managed by the Buffalo Olmstead Parks Conservancy, the only nonprofit in the nation that we know of that manages an entire park system. Delaware Park is the largest and the most utilized park in the system. The Conservancy has been charged with the daily care of the park system, parkways, and garden circles since 2004, when really the residents of Buffalo demanded a dramatic improvement in park conditions throughout the city. Up until 2004, Delaware Park was in a state of, I guess, dire neglect might be the way to describe it, as were most of Buffalo's historic urban parks. A Friends of Olmstead Parks group was created in 1978 as public outcry for the neglect of the parks had become really severe. The spaces were unsafe, or at least seemed unsafe, and the legacy of Olmstead was at risk. Proper and intensive maintenance for Delaware Park and the rest of the system, however, didn't occur until 2004, when the city and the county agreed to a special new partnership where the Conservancy would operate and help fund the maintenance of the entire park system. Did I say help fund? That's an important part of this. Just a decade later, during a 2013 visit to the park, Adrian Benepe, who's the former commissioner of parks for New York City, stated that the Buffalo Olmstead Parks, in his opinion, were the best maintained park system in the nation.
Oh, pretty good.
Not bad. This masterpiece is enhanced by public horticulture and public art. The park is a place for recreation and fun for everyone. Because of Olmstead's democratic ideals, he believed that parks should welcome everyone, regardless of their wealth or station in life, their race or creed, for exercise and for beauty. Delaware Park offers floral displays and history. It's one of the region's most popular destinations for wedding and prom photos. How many of you have had your wedding photos taken there? Quite a few. The Parkside Lodge helps to anchor the meadow side of the park. It was recently restored to its 1915 appearance, which I describe as high arts and crafts. The lodge houses the Conservancy's headquarters and public meeting space and a pro shop for the golf course. We'll be celebrating its centennial next year. The park is managed organically as the Conservancy works towards becoming the greenest park system in America. These green landscape management practices include composting on site in order to avoid trucking the leaves off to the landfill, and then we use that compost to create compost tea to provide nutrients to our planting displays. At the heart of our park management approach is the zone gardener. We hire seasonal and year-round staff to maintain specific areas throughout the park system. They weed, mulch, plant, prune, water, and tend our historic landscapes, allowing us to achieve remarkable levels of maintenance on a very limited budget, half of which must come from private donations and grants. Delaware Park is divided into management zones, each of which has its own assigned zone gardener. An increased level of accountability and visibility is created by this programmed approach, resulting in an astounding level of maintenance throughout the park on very limited resources. On average, there's 19 daily staff concentrating on the features and zones of Delaware Park alone. The park also includes a 120-year-old plus hit golf course, which adds to the manicured visual appeal of the park. It's bordered by some of the wealthiest growing neighborhoods in the city with front doors facing the park, which is a symbiotic value-added relationship. Well lit, with monitored and delineated internal bike, pedestrian, and carefully limited auto traffic lanes, the park attracts thousands of daily users to participate in the many other passive and active features offered. The meadow side of the park boasts my